So if you want to generate high quality images using DALL-E 3, you can use a script that will directly talk to the API and basically get you the images according to the configuration that you have just made. But that means that you will have to spend all the way from $8 to $12 per 100 image. And that is very expensive. On the other hand, if you have ChatGPT Plus subscription, which is $20 per month, you will have access to 40 DALL-E images per 3 hours. That means you can generate hundreds of images in 1 month, plus having access to GPT-4 and GPTs, plugins, access to the internet, and so many more things that comes with the ChatGPT Plus subscription. This is why today we are going to create an agent that will basically connect to the user interface of ChatGPT, and then that agent will prompt DALL-E in order to generate images, and then it will download them for us. And the best thing about this is that we can do it at scale as long as we have already prepared our prompts in advance, that we can put them in an Excel file or any other medium. So with that being said, let's jump to my screen. So the first thing we are going to see is basically my inputs. So here I have 10 prompts. I have the title and the prompts. And what I want my agent to do is to copy every prompt and then write it inside of here, inside of ChatGPT, in order to get the image and then be able to download the image, of course. Okay, so for this, we are going to use a tool called UiPath. And if you have never heard of it before, it's basically a low-code software that allow us to create agents. So on the left-hand side, we have the activities or the actions, for example, like writing and reading from an Excel sheet, opening a web browser and doing the clicks and types, etc. On the center, we have the agent itself. So the actions that we have dragged and dropped that we are going to configure. And up top here, we have the tools to run and debug and do different things. And of course, if you want to download the UiPath Studio, just go here and look for cloud.uipath.com. I will leave the link in the description below. Of course, you will not have an account at first. So let's go ahead and open it inside in private. So here, just sign up with your email. And then on the right-hand side, once you sign up, you will have Download Studio. Just download it. It's free. So you're not going to pay anything. You don't need to put your credit card or anything. And once you open UiPath for the first time, just go here. Just click on Process so you can create a new process. And this way you will have the process. You can name it whatever you want. I named it DALL-E 3, but you can basically name it whatever you want. Okay, now let's go back to the studio. So here, the first action that we are going to do is, of course, read in the Excel sheet. So I am going to read what I have here. And I'm not giving a full path because images that Excel exists inside of the project that has been created inside of the folder. That's why my images is in here. I don't need to give a full path. It's called a relative path. Anyways, after that, we are going to read from the sheet prompts. And then here, if we go to properties to see the properties of this action, we are going to put this inside of a data table prompt. After that, I am going to use an activity, use browser Chrome to open Chrome and head to chatgpt.openai.com. Of course, you have to be already logged in. Otherwise, you have to automate it itself. So I would say just log into the browser. For example, in this case, it's Chrome. So you don't have to automate that part. Once we did that, we are going to loop through the data table prompts that we have created in here. And every time we are going to set the title and the prompt into the clipboard. It's like we are going to do a copy and we are going to paste it inside of the message ChatGPT inside of here. And that's what I'm doing. It's a Control V. After that, I am going to click on enter. So basically I will send my request to ChatGPT. Then I use this activity to check if the image exists, if it has already generated the image, because the image is not generated right away. It takes time. This is why we should wait for it. If it appears, that means that the image has been generated, meaning that I will have to basically click on the image first. Let's do a trial so that you can see how it works. So let's copy this, for example. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's click on enter. It will start generating the image. It understands that this is basically a DALL-E request, not a normal question, but a request to generate an image. And here you can see it has already generated the image. And what we need to do now is click on here, click on the image, then click on download. Then after that, we click on download, we click on close it. And then from there, we have to basically send another request so we can do the next image and the next image, etc., etc. So this is what I did here. So here I have clicked on the image. And then after that, I will click on download, and then we are going to wait for it to download, and we are going to monitor basically this folder, which is the downloads folder. It's here by default, so you don't need to change it if you're going to create the process yourself. After that, we are going to take the downloaded file that have just been downloaded as a variable so we can keep it. And then we are going to, of course, close the image, and we are going to move the file. So we're going to take that file that we have just read from here. We are going to go to the full path, and we are going to put it inside a folder that I have created in here. It's called Designs. And that basically is going to be the folder where I want to put all of my images that I have generated. So I will put it inside a folder, and I will use the same name that has been generated by Dalle. So I am using downloadedimage.name. So I will keep the same name. So now we are going to log the message just to say that it has been successful. And that's basically it. If it does not work, if the image does not get generated for some reason and ChatGPT fails, we are going to have a message box say that we can't find the image. So I will go to the next image. And this message box is going to close after 4 seconds. And then, of course, a log message just to say that we haven't been able to generate the image. And then after that, I will click on ChatGPT because I wanted to have a new chat. Because if I go here and I click on ChatGPT, I will have a new chat because I want my new image to be a new chat. Otherwise, it will be complicated because it fails more often. Okay. Now we have seen how the process works. Let's run it and see if it's going to be able to achieve that. Let's close the Excel, and then let's click on debug. Okay, so it has opened ChatGPT. Then it has started with the first request. Now it's waiting for the first image to be generated. Okay, now it should be able to click. It will download it. It has downloaded it. So it has closed the image, moved the file, and basically went back and started with the second request. And it will do this for all the 10 requests that I had. If I had 100, it will do the same thing. Of course, we can only generate 40 images per 3 hours if we have the ChatGPT Plus. That's why I, of course, don't have more than 40 requests per 3 hours. So this is the second image. And it has finished. So it took time because it takes time to generate the image. But other than that, it is literally so much faster than a human being, especially when it comes to 10, 20, 30 images. So now if we go to Dalle and the folder of our projects, and we go to designs, we are going to find all of the designs that it has generated. So these are the designs that it has generated depending on the prompts that we have already gave it. So as you can see, it only took so much time because the image itself inside of ChatGPT takes time to generate. Other than that, it is very fast with downloading and moving the file and everything else. I would understand if people say, I'd rather do this with an API because you basically have more configurations. You can control the temperature, you can control so many other configurations of the output. But as far as having a do-it-yourself solution to generate images at scale, let's say, for example, you have a t-shirt design business, you have a print-on-demand business, and you have, let's say, 10, 12, 13 ideas, and you want inspiration for those ideas, and you have prompts. This will be a very good solution to do this with ChatGPT, especially if you already have ChatGPT Plus subscription, because you will not have to have another subscription like Midjourney and other image generators. And this will constitute a very good agent to help you with your business, or you just want to deploy it because you want to play around with it and you have different ideas that you want to generate and you want to make images out of them. So that has been all. Lastly, I would say thank you guys for watching all the way through. If you like this video, drop a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.